Hey YouTubers, well, we're going to be doing another mod on the Jeep Gladiator today. A couple days ago we was out riding around and we seen another blue Gladiator just like this one, and we were like, hey, we got to do something, make it look a little bit different. So we reached out to Underground Graphics and we got some really nice things to show you today. We're going to spruce it up and make the Jeep pop a little bit more, and hopefully this goes as planned. I've never done any kind of graphics, no vinyl work, none of that before. I have done some window tinting before, and man, it didn't turn out very good. I can do window tinting on in a house or something, like on a flat panel, but when I tried doing it in the car, it just did not work out for me at all. So we're going to try laying some vinyl graphics on here and, you know, make this thing pop. So we might not get everything in the video, and we might come back and do part of it here in a few weeks, but I wanted to go ahead and get some of it done. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you what we have in store. So everybody's seen the letters here on the Rubicon. You know, you've got your matte black and then your red around the outside, and it just looks sharp. It really pops. But we also wanted to black out the hood here and have that red pinstripe that goes around it. And so we've seen just the plain black matte, and Underground Graphics offers just the plain black matte, and it looks good. But I think by them taking it a step further and offering the two color where you get the matte black and the pinstripe just like the factory there, I just think it makes it look so much better. So we're gonna put the hood piece on there, and then we're gonna do the fender vent right here. And again, we're going to use the one with the two-tone, it's got the red outline just like the Rubicon. And then we're going to do the bed band. You're going to put the bed band right in here, and we're just going to see how it looks. If there's something we don't like, you can always peel it off. The graphics come on a tube like this. They're just rolled up, and then it had some caps here on the end, and then when you open the cap up, it had a squeegee. You can see their name right there, Underground Graphics, got their website, phone number, and I've talked to these guys several times. Very nice people, and they've been doing this for over 20 years, so they know what they're talking about, and they use good quality stuff. So their vinyl is some of the best that you'll find. Now, this is not your traditional vinyl wrap. You know, I know some of the guys use water and things like that, you know, especially like a window tint, they use water where you can move it around. This stuff here, you don't have to use water. All that you pretty much do is just take and wash the vehicle, and then take and spray it down with alcohol where you're going to be applying that bed band, and wipe it down with a microfiber towel, and just make sure it's nice and clean. Now, if the Jeep's a few years old, you might want to use it like a clay bar on it to remove some of the imperfections from the paint. But, you know, since this one's fairly new, I'm just going to wipe it down with some alcohol and apply the bed band. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you how to do it, and hopefully it goes as planned. All right, guys. So first things first, I just went ahead and cleaned this area back here with some rubbing alcohol, and just put it in a little spray bottle, and then I'll wipe the panel down with a microfiber towel. Like I said, I washed it yesterday and then pulled it in the garage last night and made sure there was no water on it. And you want to make sure that it doesn't have any water. You don't want to wash it and then try to apply this, because you don't want water to get on these the adhesive part of these graphics. So anyways, like I said, I've never done this before, so I hope it turns out well. It looks very easy. If you can apply a sticker, you can probably apply these. So I watched his videos, and I'll try to link his video to my video at the end so he can give you a more in-depth detail about it. He's a professional at this. I'm not, and I'm just doing this for my first time. So he has pretty much what they call the hinge method, where you take a piece of tape and put on this side, and then you peel the back off, and then you just kind of work it into place. Man, that's what I'm gonna do. But I took and got it lined up, and he did say that you would be able to see a little bit of color up here at the top of the bed, and you might be able to see a little bit of blue at the bottom. But they do sell two different types this vinyl. They have the standard, which has already been cut to length, and that's what I have here. And then they also sell an extended version of this bed band, and the extended version will have to be cut, so you'll apply it and then you'll have to go back with a razor knife and trim off on the paint. And so I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to take a chance of putting a razor blade scratching my paint. But if you're comfortable doing this kind of thing and you've done it before, then you know, you might want to get a tighter fit and you get the one that's not being cut. And so let's get started. So I've got it taped up in place, and as you can see, whenever you bend it over, it looks like it's going to fit right up next to that rail. There might be just a little bit of color show, but that's fine. We expect just a hair. He said that, you know, 1 out of 100 might even notice it, but most people are perfectly fine with it. So let's check it out and see just how good of a job that it does. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and peel the tape off right here. Peel the tape off here. Set that aside. So you just peel that backing off right there. And try not to touch it if you can. Just use a piece of that tape to stick on there. Peel it off like that. And then take your scissors, and I'm just going to start real small and cut a little bit off. And then I'm just going to push up on it. And like I said, they do provide you with a squeegee. And you can use the hard squeegee while you still have the outer mask here on this piece of vinyl. And I'm being very delicate with it, trying not to gouge it or anything or scratch it. But once you do take that outer mask on there off, be careful, because the matte black is supposed to be pretty delicate and it scratches. So I'm just gonna take my time, no hurry. Man, I can already tell it fits up in there good. And you can already see that two-tone stripe looks good on there. All right, I'm getting excited here. So let me go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and peel the tape off the side there. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to slowly peel it and work its way down. And you can see I went ahead and got it applied. And go ahead and peel the tape off. And you can take and put a microfiber towel over that little squeegee. I'm just gonna run it over there before I peel that top layer off. And now I get to peel the final reveal layer. Alright guys, so I don't have very long fingernails, so I had to try to pick that corner up. And I'm just going to slowly pull back on the mask layer. Man alive, that looks good. Holy cow, that looks really good. Wow. Wow. That looks good, guys. I'm really impressed, no joke. Talk about simple to put on. Holy crap. Man, that looks slick. Holy cow, that looks really, really good. Man alive. I gotta say, that just makes it pop. Wow. That really did give it some good color and help break up the long part of that bed. I am very impressed with that. I mean, literally, it took me like 5 minutes to put the bed band on. I figured I'd be out here trying to get all frustrated with it, trying to get it lined up, but I just lined it up with this black piece up here at the top, and where it folded over up underneath the bottom, it was perfect. I mean, literally, I don't think you could have got it any better. And I really didn't even measure it up right here. I just went like maybe an inch away from the body curve and just put it where I thought. And so I gotta say, I'm very, very pleased with it. Now, I did talk to the guy at Underground Graphics, and he said, I asked him, I said, how long is this supposed to last? And he said, well, on the hood where the sun shines down on it, he said he had on his Jeep Gladiator, he had his on there for 18 months. And it would have lasted longer than that. But we got tired of it and wanted to change it up and put a different wrap on there, so he peeled it off. But he said normally, you know, you can get, 18 to 24 months out of it. And as far as on the sides, he said you can get 2 to 5 years, or 2 or 3, 4, 5 years, somewhere in there, But it was quite a bit. I mean, it was a pretty good while, depending on how much sun you get where you're at. If you live obviously in in Florida where it's sunny all the time, then it's probably not going to last as much as it does here out of the the blazing sun. But I gotta say, I'm very impressed for a 5-minute install, and just simple installation like that. It looks really good. Plus, a lot of you guys have probably never seen the ones where there's 2 different colors. Most of the bed bands are always just one color, and it doesn't have the pinstripe on it. Well, this one here is the 2-tone, so I really like it. Like I said, if you can install a sticker, you can install one of these very easily. All right, so we're gonna move up here to the front. I'm gonna do this little vent area, and I went ahead and sprayed it down with rubbing alcohol and wiped everything down, and I tried my best to get around this this vent in there, and I thought it was clean, but then I got to looking and I seen where the sun was shining in there, and I noticed there's quite a bit of dirt up in that corner right there. So if it was me, I would just spray some rubbing alcohol in there, and I would put that little squeegee in that little crevice, and I'd use whatever I could to get in there real good and clean it out. I mean, it's actually pretty dusty. And even behind here, I would clean it out the best that I can, because you don't want any dirt or dust or mud or imperfections back in there. And the cleaner you get it, the better results you're gonna get. That vinyl's gonna lay down smoother. All right, so I went ahead and put the decal up there, and went ahead and got everything pushed down and flat, and kind of got it lined up with this piece in here. And I think what I'm gonna do is start from this side and peel the sticker back and try to work it down with a squeegee and work my way in, and that way, you know, I can just seem to work my way inward. I think that's probably going to be the easiest for me. I'm going to do it off camera, and that way I'll have my helper helping me instead of videoing. So just stay tuned. I'll come back and let you see what it looks like. Now, you know, again, he did say you might see a little blue around there just because it's hard to get it absolutely perfect, but I'm going to try to work it around through there to where, you know, you just see just a tiny bit. At the back here, I think it turned out awesome, and I think that with both of them, it just really added a lot of character to the Gladiator. You know, it really did. And you know, so I've tried to, you know, carry it on through the back here with that little red shackle there at the back, you know, try to tie into some of the red there on the tow hooks, and you know, I just think it looks good. Now I ain't gonna lie, this you know, dash piece from Jeep drives me crazy, because it's like a anodized red or burgundy looking color, and it don't match the Rubicon red. So that really does drive me crazy. So Jeep, if you're watching, you need to fix the colors on the dash in these vehicles. But as far as, you know, the underground graphics, I think they look great. I love the two-tone, and you know, the color that they used is identical to the Rubicon. I mean, it might be just like just a tad brighter, but it matches so close. You know, if you look at this right here and then compare it to the other side, which I haven't done anything to, look at how much better it makes it look. I mean, seriously. I mean, it looks plain Jane. I mean, there's no bed band, there's no fender vent, so it looks so plain Jane when you look at it from this side. And you know, the bed just looks too long right here at the back. So I've said from day one, the bed on these looks a little funny, and it needs something back there. And you know, truthfully, you've got all the writing up here on the front. You got the Rubicon, you've got the Jeep, you've got Gladiator, you got the trail badge, you got the vent, and then you get to the bed and it's like bloop, nothing. So I think by adding that bed band, it just looks so much better. So much better. So I think here in a week or two, we'll put that hood decal on, and I think it'll really just pop then. And man, I gotta say, very pleased with it. We went ahead and put that front fender vent on, and you can see it's the matte black with the red pinstripe around the edge, and it's a two-tone. Most of these vinyl graphics that you put on are just a single color. Most of them are just matte black, but you know, Underground Graphics has this one here, and you know, you don't even have to fool with layering it. It's a one-step process. You know, it goes on really easy. Like I said, if you can put on a sticker, you can put on these fender vents and the bed band. So gotta say, it looks great. I mean, it just pops. It just really pops. And this way, you don't look like every other Jeep running around, you know, because it's aggravating. You want to be a little different looking. So, you know, this just really helps you look different for just a little bit of money. I mean, this is not an expensive mod at all. I appreciate you guys watching, and make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. You guys know I'm going to bring you a bunch more videos and stuff. So until next time, have a good one.